You're welcome back. So let's continue from where we stopped. Thank you very much for the last class. This time we are going to continue from where we stopped. We did scaling. We scaled this up. Now, before we continue, I'm going to explain to us what we call object snap. Right? You realize that when I was trying to draw the center line, you saw a mark representing the center of these circles when I was trying to create the gear. Now, let's do this before I go there to explain so that you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to draw a circle. I'll click on circle to ask me to specify center point. I'll click radius. Let me put radius of 20. Now, if I need to draw in this middle, I can actually locate the center. From AutoCAD 2015, they created a tool in the object snap that is called geometric center. Now, if you come to the status bar down here, the status bar, right? You see object snap. Now there's an arrow pointing down. If you click, you see these are midpoint, endpoint, center line, geometric center. So now let's do this. We'll come back down, right click, right, and come to setting. It will bring, now the reason why I'm coming here is so that you take note of the symbols that you see, right? Now, this is endpoint and midpoint. It will be represented by boxes for endpoint, midpoint with triangle, center will be a cross. So now to check them, to select them, you check the boxes just by the side. Now, I try as much as possible not to select all of them until when needed. That is when I will come back and pick them. Because if you, let's say, for example, you select intersection and you select intersection and select intersection, or you probably select nearest, and you're trying to get to tangent, it will go to the nearest. It may not give you the actual location you want. So basically for this class, they are going to select 4, or let's say 5. You select endpoint, midpoint, center, geometric center, then intersection, and say okay. So now if I want to draw a circle, let's say I want to draw another circle inside. If I select circle and come, you see it's showing me a plus to show that this is the center easily. Now, the geometric center that we're talking about, any shape, as far as the object is closed, you are going to see the geometric center. Let me just draw an arbitrary shape using the polyline so that it will be closed. Let me type C to close it. Now, if I want to draw anything here now, I'll be able to locate the center. From 2015, AutoCAD introduced that concept. So if I click now, see, once I over, you see this is the geometric center, right? Relative to all the edges, this is the geometric center. This is the center of this object, right? And this was because the OSNAP was on. Like I told us, you don't need to cram. If I want to know what they are, bring your mouse to it. Anywhere you put your mouse, you'll be seeing, we're giving you the concept, right? Now this is object snap tracking. This is the object snap. You can see the names like that, right? I remember I told us here where you want to change workspace, right? So let's continue. Now, we're trying to draw some basic shapes, right? We're trying to draw some basic shape. Now let's see the simplest we could draw. You know, I'm trying to think of how to make it simpler so that we won't waste so much time. Then when you practice, you learn how to use the tool to draw whatever you are planning to draw, right? Yes. So let's say we need to draw I'm trying to see how easy it can be for us. We need to draw Okay, we need to draw a fan blade for your ceiling fan. I mean, sorry, for your standing fan, we need to draw a fan blade in 2D, right? All we need to do, we can start with a circle like this, right? Start with a circle. Now let me do this. Once you're not sure of your drawing, the dimension of your drawing, you can right click, select, right click, come to property. When you come to property, you see geometry. You can see geometry is telling us diameter 40, radius 20. I can change the diameter from here, the radius from here. Once I double click, let me increase it to 50, 50, enter. You see it has increased. This is editing by property. I'm using the property to change, to alter my design. Maybe I made a mistake. I was supposed to have, let's say I made a mistake. I wanted to use even for 40 as radius. I want to put 50. Very simple. Come back to radius in your geometry when you right click. Let me put the 40 now. 40, enter. So that is that. Yes. So now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the arc. I'm going to use the arc. We did arc last time. I'll do the one of, like I told us, I always like to use start end direction. So I'll click. So it should start from the middle. Let's see where it should end. Let me end somewhere here and then move towards this direction. Right? Now, after doing this, I'm going to use array now. I'll come to polar array, select object, right click, click here, right? Now, let's see. Okay, this will be okay. I'll make sure it's not associative. Click and delete. Then I'll come to trim. I'll select trim, select all, right click, trim this part off, trim this off. I'm trying to get, then this goes, trying to get the blade now. This goes, then this goes, right? This is a very simple way of trying to draw. I'm not done yet. Right click, enter. Now you see that's this single. I have to join them. I'll come to modify. I'll come to join. Then select all to join. Now it's a single entity. Then I'll come to fillet. Select fillet. So let's put the radius of 5. Arrow, enter, 5, enter. Click this. Wow, that 5 is much. So let's undo that. 5 is much for the fillet I wanted to do. Okay, let's repeat fillet. This time 2, enter. I click this and click this. Okay. Wow, this is not looking right for me. So let me continue. This time I'll put, let me put 4, enter. Okay, I think for this will just be the highest we can go, but it has not given me the shape I actually wanted for my farm blade. But I think I'll make do with this. But all the same, I like, let's undo and see how we can, work on this shape, because I don't want it to be like this. Now, I'm teaching you with the method of common mistake. You make mistake and you correct it. Now I've undo. This time, I want to see how I can fillet again, right? So this time my arrow, enter, let me still use that 5 and see. I'll pick this and pick this. You see, it won't work for me. It will not give me what I want, right? Because it's taking it that far. So it's not possible to use that 5, right? Now, instead of changing, I'll just type R, enter. Let me put 4.5 and see what will happen. Okay, 4.5 is okay for me. Repeat fillet. So here, that's okay. So repeat fillet, repeat fillet. Now, I still want this part is still too sharp. Let's repeat fillet and increase the R radius and see R enter 5 enter. Let's see what will happen. Okay. Let me still increase it. It's looking smooth now. Repeat fillet. R enter. I'll put 6 enter. Okay. I think that will do for me. Right click. Repeat fillet. Click this. I'll click this. Repeat fillet. Click this on it, click this. All right, now I need to draw the center of the blade, right? I need to draw the center of the blade. So I'll come and draw a circle. So I'll put 8 as radius, enter. Then I'll trim off. I'll trim off, select this, right click, trim off the inside. Wow, that's not what I want. And so let me undo that. That's not what I want. So let me come back to trim. I'll select everything, right click. Wow, it's not giving me what I want. So when you're faced with challenges like this, what you simply do, let me cancel and undo. Let's get back to the beginning, remove all the fillets and all that. Now, let's leave this, right? Now, what I'm going to do, I'll do my array still, select, right click, enter, leave it at 6, okay. But this time, once I trim, I'm going to leave only one. Okay, you see, I'm having difficulties trimming off, right? Because it's no longer intersecting. So that's another challenge you could have. So let me undo, right? Now that I have just this one, I'll do offset of it. Let me take it to be 10. See, that also will not work. So what do I do when I'm stuck like this, right? It's very simple. All I have to do is do the polar array. Once you're done, you delete the ones you don't need. Now I've mistakenly deleted the circle. I'll leave the circle. I'll delete all this. I'll leave only one, right? Then I'll come to trim, right click, and trim off. Enter. Now I'll do my fillet. I'll come to fillet, right? Arrow, enter. Let me use 5 first. Right? See, that's done. Then repeat fillet. This time I'll put R, enter. I'll put 8, enter. Fillet this edge. Now, I've done that. So the next thing I'll do, I'll draw the circle for the hub of it. I'll draw the circle, 8, radius of 8, enter. Then I'll trim again. Select the circle, right click, trim this off, enter. Now I will now join. Watch the part I'm going to join. Modify, join. I'll join this part. So they're together now. Then I'll now come to my array. select it, right click, come to the middle. This time is just 3 I need the 3 blades. So 3, enter. So I'm okay. You can see this is the blade, right? Now the middle of the hub where you have to screw, put this. Then I'll come again and draw another circle. That's to show the housing. So that's inside a basic engineering tool that will also do it, right? This is drawing this farm blade in 2D. I'm very sure when we get to 3D, let me move this away. When we get to 3D, we'll draw it so that you see the third axis, so you see it in 3D proper. So that's for that. Now let's continue with our class. Now we'll be using the polar tracking. Okay, now let's do something with the polygon. Let's do something with the polygon. There's supposed to be a knot here. So let's come to polygon. We'll come to polygon. Let's draw a polygon. Polygon, number of sides 6. Enter. We'll come to this middle. It should inscribe. Enter. So let's just take it to be 2 so that the radius should be 2. 2. Enter. We've drawn a knot there, right? But you see, the beauty of it all is that all this that we've done now effortlessly using the basic tools. You could see I made a lot of mistakes. I had to come back. But once there is calculation for it, I don't really need to do that. But the method I'm using now, so that you don't need to bother yourself, cramming, it must be like this. If you get stuck, you just undo, you look for a better tool to use to carry out your operation. It's not difficult. It's when you start to cram that you lose it. But just carry your mouse over around, like what I used to do those days. If I want to learn something new, what does this actually do? Come, click, do it. If it's not working, undo, continue with my work, right? So now, basically, there are ways you can remember your tool based on what you want to use it for. We've used this array a lot today. When we're drawing the bicycle wheel, we use the array to do that. So we've drawn fan today, we've drawn spur gear, right? Now, let's move to the next. I really need to check this now, right? We've done effective use of construction lines. Now let's teach us how to use the rotate. Yes. Whenever you want to rotate in AutoCAD, the rotation is done along the SY plane. It's done along the SY plane, right? Now, when you select the object to rotate, let me select this so that it will be obvious. You right click, you come to rotate. It will ask you to select this point. Let me select the middle. I want you to rotate along the middle. Now you see, it's telling me rotation, angle of rotation, in bracket now is 0, right? Let me say I want to rotate it 40, 20 degrees, 20, enter, right? Let me see what has happened. Let's undo so that we check. You see the way it was before. Now let's do this so that you observe properly. I'll just copy selection and put it, let me bring it under so that when it rotates, you see that it has actually rotated. Now click here, enter. I want to rotate this. Right click, rotate. I'll select the midpoint. Now I want it to rotate 25 degrees. 25 degrees. Now you see it's going counterclockwise. Now let me still continue the rotation, repeat. I want to repeat rotation, repeat. I'll click here. This time, let it go. I want to go minus 25. Take me back to where we were before. Let's see if that will work. Minus 25. You see, I've come back to where we were before. If you're going to the opposite direction, you put a minus sign, right? Now, let's rotate this that we've drawn. I'll select all, right click, repeat rotate. I'll come to the middle, click, let it rotate 15 degrees, 15 degrees, enter. You see, it has rotated 15 degrees. Now, for those of us that didn't see it clearly, let me just copy like before, then pick it from center and put by the side. So that when I rotate it, you will observe the change. I want to rotate this now. Right click, rotate. I'll click on the middle. Let it rotate by 21 degrees, right? 21 degrees, 21. You see that? That's rotated, right? That's the effective use of rotate. The next thing we'll be dealing with here now. Now, I want to give us assignment. Let's think of any basic engineering tools or shapes that we want to draw, right? Let's think of any basic one that we want to draw, and let's do as many as possible using the 2D tools. Now, we want to go to orthographic drawing, right? Orthographic drawing. In the orthographic drawing, we'll be making use of more of our construction line to help us through while we're doing that, right? So now we talk about the front, the plan, and the elevation. So I'm going to do a basic shape here. Let me see, I'm trying to see a shape that will be easy for us to draw so that we can see when we're drawing the plan, when we're drawing the end view, right? So now I'm going to draw, let me use my normal line to just draw a line. You know, I taught us how to do this using construction line, right? I want to draw a projection line. See, this actually a challenge we always have. We don't use construction line to bisect a line. So I just click and move, use move, pick it from the middle and bring it here, right? Now, I'm going to draw a line from this point. Once I click, I want you to observe, it's showing me, the blue mark is showing me the length of the line, while the other one that is shaded is showing me the angle. Just press tab to switch. I'll press tab, right, I'll switch me to the angle, I'll type 45, then I'll switch back to my line. You see, this is at 45 degrees now. I've already locked it at 45 degrees. So this is how we are going to continue with this. We'll do this, click. Now that is 45 degrees. Now I'm going to do, you know, most times when you're doing your projection, you need to have a line that is moving from 10, your drawing starts from 10 mm away from your projection line. So I'll use offset now. Offset, let's put this 10 there. So enter, then I'll click, click to move up, click to move down. I think we'll end the class here for today. Thank you very much for listening. We'll continue next time.